Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how to get high-end clients on Facebook, walking you guys through like the 5 steps that you need to take without actually doing any kind of Facebook ads. So this is just organic marketing, and for those of you who are interested in organic marketing, and how you essentially can get more leads for your business. Plus I have a printable guide that I'm going to link down in the comment section down below. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I love organic marketing because for me, organic marketing is essentially really just about building relationships, right? It's something where I feel like the ball is in your court, right? Based on how active you are, based on how proactive you are, and how often you're connecting, of course, with ideal clients on Facebook or any other social media platform, if it's Instagram or whatever not. Whereas when you're running paid ads, right, there's a lot of kind of like dynamics that are, I think like even more dynamics that are adding to a successful Facebook ads campaign, for instance, or YouTube ads campaign or whatever it is, that are maybe a little bit at the beginning out of your control. So there's usually a lot of testing involved. Whereas when you're having a one-on-one conversation, right, with someone on Facebook, it's up to you, for instance, how you're leading them through like a closing process and a sales process and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so the first step is that you want to be joining Facebook groups, because Facebook groups are amazeballs, and they're just like the kind of feature that no other social media platform so far has. Yes, there's LinkedIn groups, for instance, but they're not nearly to the extent built out in terms of like the communities that are thriving in those Facebook groups or in LinkedIn groups as they're in Facebook groups. So Facebook groups, everyone knows this, like even if you're not really active on your personal Facebook profile, you usually like you really find amazing Facebook groups to really interact with and all this kind of stuff. So if you are an existing small business owner, or you are a freelancer or want to be one, or service provider, Facebook groups is honestly your way to go. And Facebook groups is something that I used to kind of build up my own personal marketing agency back when I started 6.5 years ago, almost 7 years ago, to almost 6 figures in the first year. I didn't know, I had no client base at the beginning. I didn't know where to start it. And Facebook groups was really an amazing way to kind of lay that groundwork, you know what I mean? To showcase kind of your expertise, to be helpful whenever you can, and to connect with cool peeps that are like-minded thinking. And you can really also attract and close and connect with and close clients through those Facebook groups in a non-spammy and salesy way, I should say. So the most important thing about the step 1 is that you want to be really careful. You don't want to connect with too many Facebook groups. You only want to kind of really focus on all of your attention on like 3 Facebook groups max, right? And what makes a great Facebook groups, and you usually would notice too if you're part of a Facebook group or engaging with one regularly, is that the admins are very hands-on, right? They are very usually strict. They make sure that everything, all the rules are adhered to in the Facebook group, and they're just sort of like leading or guiding the community, right? The second thing is that you notice that there's conversations and posts and stuff like that happening daily, right? If it's not happening daily, if you're joining a Facebook group and there was no post in the last 30 days, you pretty much know that the Facebook group is dead, and there's no point in you kind of really like being in there, especially not for kind of lead and client generation, because there's just no traffic happening there, right, anymore. Another thing you should check when it comes to joining which Facebook groups or which Facebook groups to join is if these Facebook groups have actually your ideal clients in them, right? So meaning that, for instance, if you are, let's say, a financial advisor, you could join Facebook groups. There's a ton of them out there, right? That, for instance, are providing financial advice or like financial empowerment groups for parents or for women, whoever your ideal client is, right? You have to check. There's so many millions and millions of Facebook groups in all kinds of different niches. So you just want to get a little bit creative in what kind of Facebook groups you're joining, and also give yourself some time to really search for like some really great ones. And once you really love the vibe and the energy in that group, then you stick to it and you really start engaging. So which brings me to my next point. So the next thing is that you want to post, of course, great content, right, in that Facebook groups, and you don't want to come across again as salesy or spammy, because people can feel your underlying intention. Even if it's online, they can sense it and they're gonna like be turned off by it. So you really want to come from a place of, honest sharing, and also a place of service, I would say, right? Especially when you're trying to provide services for someone, you want to be helpful. So important. When you join a Facebook group, give yourself at least maybe 2 weeks to kind of like adhere or get a feel for the lingo of the Facebook groups. A lot of the very popular Facebook groups that people love to join, you want to just like get a feel for kind of like what are some of the lingo that they're using, the special lingo in the group. For instance, there was a group that I joined where he called all of the group members like monkey entrepreneurs, and it sounds really weird and you wouldn't think like, hey, this is like a term that you need to know, but sometimes they have very unique terminology. In order to kind of like become quote unquote part of that tribe, of that Facebook group, you want to also showcase that you have kind of invested the time to observe that culture that is built within that Facebook group, so that you can start to really participate in it, and not only participate in it, but you are going to become a part of it by also using the language, right, that is used within that Facebook culture with the specific community. So it's something very exciting. And then in terms of what content to post, there's all kinds of like science that goes into content marketing to begin with, and I have several videos that you can check out. I'm gonna like link one up here in like the right hand corner so you can click on in terms of like how to do content marketing and you know what content to post, how to repurpose your content, all this kind of stuff. So I have lots of videos on this channel as well. But for now, like a little tip that I wanted to give you for the sake of this video is, if you don't know what content to post and you want to kind of find viral content, first of all, you check out this website. It's called Answer the Public. So Answer the Public, when you Google it, it will show up for you. If you, I think, do your first 1 to 3 searches is free, and you type in friends on social media, and it will show you exactly what people are searching for. And these are the most asked questions on the web about that specific keyword or term. And so when you type that in, then you know, and you know exactly that you're answering the type of questions that people are already searching for, right? So you are not just writing or posting about something no one cares about, but you're actually removing your ego and posting something that is actually really important and that people are searching for. Another great tip is, because you also want to kind of post interesting engagement type of content, right? Because the way the algorithm in a Facebook group works is that it works for you particularly, but also uniquely apart from your Facebook profile. Meaning that within a Facebook group, you can also, of course, you saw that sometimes in some Facebook groups, you can win badges. So meaning how often do you post, right? How engaged are your posts and all this kind of stuff. My son right now is playing with my husband in his room, and I don't know what they're doing, but I think they're playing ball again when I told them not to do that inside. Okay. Anyways, you can post, right? So your engagement is important, what people are posting or how they're interacting with each one of the posts, how many comments and likes you get and that kind of stuff. So meaning that if you're getting, for instance, you're posting a Facebook post, and within that group, that particular group, and you are getting a ton of engagement, likes and comments, the next time you're posting, you're already up there in the favoritism of the algorithm within that group, and your post will be presented out there to more people. Another great thing is also that you want to connect actually with and become friends with a lot of the people within that Facebook group, because that also will get your post seen by more people, right? Because it will show up to more of your quote unquote friends. The final great tip for content is just that you want to check out Quora or Reddit. I love using Quora and Reddit as well, because Quora and Reddit are just simply awesome for finding cool engagement type of viral posts or fun posts that you can add to post to boost up your in-group algorithm, Facebook algorithm kind of ranking as well. Another thing that's cool is, and we get to step 3 right now, about especially I personally love Quora, is because you also get a lot of ideas within your industry or niche about what kind of content people are searching for or have questions about, right? So you don't just, I personally don't just use answerthepublic.com because you will run out of like the most trendy questions to answer, but I also love to use just simply Quora. And then I like to follow what is called the free I don't know, free times free rule. I call it free rule. Should we say that? But I do follow it. So meaning that it's very important that you posting 3 times a week on 3 different days of the week, making free value posts for at least 3 months. Was that 4 frees? No. But anyways, just keep in mind free. So you're posting 3 times a week. You're posting content posts, value posts, expert posts, and you're doing this for 3 months, right? Consistently. And if you're doing that consistently, you will be amazed at the type of kind of like client attraction you can generate, especially when you're posting really, really great content. Okay. Now, step 4, and just so you know, I am going to post the printable, downloadable guide to the step-by-step instructions that I'm giving you tips right now in the comment section down below. So just check out the description section and click on the link, and you can download the PDF for this video. So, you know, you don't have to kind of like take too many notes in case you are doing that already, but I feel flattered if you are. Okay, so step number 4 there's three very important things in the step number 4 is that you want to consistently try to bump up your Facebook algorithm ranking specifically for that group, meaning that you have to, or you want to get better and better engagement on these different posts, right? So first of all, an important thing for that is you have to figure out and look at your data and your numbers and go back. When is the optimum time to post, right? That's very, very important. You cannot just maybe like post at 3 a.m. in the morning when most of your friends are Californians, let's say, and you're posting at their time at 3 a.m. in the morning, and then you're like, oh, why is no one engaging with my post, right? When most of the people, probably if you're looking in the group and when the most traffic is happening in the group, if they're mostly filled with people from the West Coast, and then hey, I have to post at specific times, even if you're based out of Europe and joining them from being located in Europe or whatever it is. So just be really aware of that, especially since we're leading online businesses. It is important to stay aware of these sensitivities when it comes to engagement, right? Especially organic social media marketing. Now, the second tip is whenever it comes to organic marketing of any platform, you have to stay consistent. That's all I have to say to it. It's not that complicated. You just want to stay consistent. And the tip 3 is that you want to focus on the storytelling aspect of your posts. And you can do this with a variety of ways, especially nowadays. Of course, video is so important. So utilize video whenever you can. Utilize images, memes, GIFs, whatever you can to kind of add to that storytelling, exciting aspect of a post, of a content that you share. You can always do this in a variety of creative ways, which is interesting and captivating. And then finally, step number 5, make your Facebook profile. That's important as well if you haven't done this so far. And I do want to mention it because you would be surprised how little people do this sometimes when you're doing all the other steps, is that you have to optimize your personal Facebook profile, or your page if you decided to join a Facebook group with a page. However, you can get better engagement still with a Facebook profile on average, right? And then it depends, like also with your Facebook profile, you want to consistently maybe like really utilize it smartly, right? So have a professional image of yourself on your Facebook profile. Don't have an image of like, I don't know, a dog with sunglasses or something like that. You want to show professionalism. I want to see your eyes. I want to get a feel for who is that person, right? The next thing is that the banner image you can really use to maybe like also promote something interesting. If you check out my Facebook banner right now, for instance, I am promoting, or kind of letting people know I have this YouTube channel that I'm continuously growing, right? But I also use it sometimes whenever I come out with a new freebie or a new PDF or a course, maybe registration or free masterclass, whatever it is. I'm changing up the banner and I'm just using it strategically. So all of my organic Facebook marketing works, so to speak, but it's not really work. I really enjoy it. And I think it's fun for you guys too, because you can connect with exciting people all throughout the world. So once you're doing that, you just keep updating it, and just keep in mind that you want to optimize also the description section of your Facebook profile and have the right websites or social media links and all this kind of stuff. Also, what pictures do you have shown? Are they telling me more about you, your person, your brands, your hobbies, something like that, right? It doesn't have to be just professional. So all this kind of stuff. Now, of course, if you're interested in this as well, again, download the printable guide, because afterwards I am showcasing you full transparency, one of my signature courses, which is on Facebook organic marketing. It's my Facebook organic client attraction system. So you can check it out. If it's for you, it's cool. If it's not, you're gonna get some helpful further emails, like all about Facebook hacks and tricks, how to attract more clients, in an email series afterwards. Now I want to take you through a very little known plugin though that people don't know. It's a Chrome plugin that is insane because it's doing a lot of that. Do you remember how I told you it's important that you're connecting with friends within a Facebook group specifically in order to drive up your content and have your content be seen by more people? I'm taking you through right now how you can do this with this plugin that literally almost everyone I talk to doesn't know about it. It's not that much known. They did such a great job with it. I'm gonna take you for a quick guide on my computer so you can check it out how it looks like. Sounds good? Okay. Okay, you guys. So here's, for instance, like I said, my personal Facebook profile. And now I'm showcasing you guys how this works. It's really cool. I opened a new account just to show you guys. So it's called Pepper. It's essentially like really a client attraction automated, right? So it turns essentially your Facebook into a CRM. So I'm gonna log in real quick, and then let's get started, and I'll show you guys what this thing can do. So like I said, it's a Chrome plugin, you guys. Okay, and the first thing that it does is really cool. So you can go to the dashboard and it's auto essentially sending friend requests. So you can send maximum of 50 friend requests a day before, of course, Facebook would block you. So you cannot send unlimited friend requests. The cool thing is you don't have to do it yourself. So for instance, you can go to a group right now. So I'm taking Amanda Francis money course. So we are here in Money Mentality Makeover Mavens. So that's what it's called. Okay. And what we're going to do right now is, for instance, if you click on members of this group and I want to join with people of this group, it's really cool. You go right down a little bit more. It says members with things in common, right? This is typically probably who I want to join, just because these are people where maybe we're friends with, or any kind of hobbies or whatever with. So it's always a good idea to start with that. Then I click here, I go to my Pepper, my virtual assistant, but I do want to go to the dashboard still, and I want to create a message, so an outreach message, right? Hi, mentality makeover mavens, for instance, for this group. So you can it does it by keywords, it sorts it by keywords, which is pretty amazing that it does that, as you can tell. So for instance, I can do CEO, founder, whatever it is, right? And then negative keywords, maybe marketing, because I don't want to hit other marketing. And then you first name, for instance, this is the short code for first name. So I'll do hi. It's so lovely to connect. I saw that you are also a part of the program Money Mentality Makeover this year. How? And then I'll be like, yay. How are you liking it so far? Right? So something very casual, for instance. And then I'm going to save the changes, and then I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to click on Pepper again. And essentially I can choose the message, and then I just send out friend requests, and then it will automatically do this. I'm recording right now in Loom, so I don't know if there's going to be an issue, of course, while I'm recording, but in essence, it will reload the page. You would see it, and then it would really go through all of the lists of members in this group that I have in common that I'm not friends with right now, and it sends them a custom message. And then you can do all kinds of other stuff, which is amazing, and I'm going to show you guys in a different video, where you can really almost like a bot system. You can send out different messages based on also the interest, your ideal clients, to pre-qualify them if they're ideal clients, and you can automate all of that stuff, which is insane because for years I spent hours and hours and hours, sometimes a week, doing that. So it is such a great tool to have, and I got you guys a 2-week free trial. So if you want to test out Pepper with that 2-week free trial that I got you guys, then you go down and check out and click on the link as well that I listed in the description section of this video. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna, like I said, record a different video showing you all the cool stuff that you can do with this tool. Okay, you guys, and the sun is going down right now, as you can maybe tell from the change in lighting here in Switzerland. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button too if you really want it to be also seen by more people, where you think it would help them as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.